is raining, so if you noticed, I did put the roofs already on, just because I kind of foreseen that might start happening, and we could work from the inside then, so it'd be a lot easier. In any case, let's go ahead and get going. Let's look back at our picture and see what we're doing here. So when it comes up to this little point right here, we can see that it goes off into kind of a little black frame that goes big for a little bit. So let's go ahead and trim that out. Now on these corners it's going to be a little difficult because, you know, as we saw when we were framing it out to begin with, these corners up here are just a little different. So we're going to have to just bring them down, or, you know, whatever you prefer. I prefer bringing them down like so. But looking at the picture, well, give me a second to think about this. Yeah, we're gonna bring them down. So let's see where we're at. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out that, you know, just connect these. And one more, and we're good. Okay. So, there you go. Now you have a nice little base to work with on that corner. Now, we'll do the same thing over here. Now instead of bringing that down, we're just gonna go off the frame up there. So basically it's just one over, one back, one over, one back, one over, one back, until it lines up with the next one. Is that right? It looks right. What do you think? I think it's good. Alright, and we don't gotta worry about those because they're already connected to the roof. So we'll go ahead and go over here and do the same thing over here. And start over here. This corner. Alright, and there you go. So I'm going to frame out the bottom and the tops of these off mic, and then I will see you here in a bit for doing the windows. pretty good as is. I'm just gonna light up that tower and give you an idea of what I'm doing, just putting it, you know, taking out some of these extra wood blocks and putting the glowstone in. And trust me, when you see it afterwards, you will appreciate that you took the time to do this. See, that's exactly what you don't want to do. I'll go back and fix that later. Alright, so let's look at it from the outside. Well, see, now that the sun's coming up, obviously you're not going to be able to get the effect that you would have before, but it'll have a nice glow when it's all said and done. Now, let's go back to our picture and look at the building that we're working on right now and see. Now, see these black areas right here? We're going to go ahead and fill those in with a black wool. So we'll go down and find our black wool. Actually, I think we'll use obsidian, because I haven't used it in any of my other buildings, and I think it'll look kind of cool against this wood. So let's check it out. It looks kind of 70s-ish, don't you think? Like, just something about the architecture, I suppose, and the color scheme at that. I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these out, and what else I'm going to do is, let me show you. I'm going to go down here and put glass windows in our building that go like so. So when you come back, we will have our basically finished top half, and then we'll start working on the bottom area where there's going to be a doorway and there's going to be an entryway down there and some finished flooring and more. So we will catch you back here in just a little bit. Hello, Mr. Creeper. How are you? And as you can see here in Minecraft Chicago, we've got our building pretty much finished on the outside. We have our obsidian blocks in place, our glass everywhere, and let's compare it to the original. Not too shabby. If I had to do it again, I might increase the levels a few folds, but otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. Now, as you can see on the inside in here, as we go in, I have glowstone placed everywhere, so at night, come nightfall, this building will light up against the skyline very nicely. And, you know, I just kind of made sure, like, right here, where the obsidian is, you know, nobody's gonna see this. So just fill it up with glowstone as much as possible. Hell, I might even put a few more in, actually. But yeah, so, and then I put the full glass blocks in place. I was originally going to do the flat blocks, but upon second decisions, I decided not to. So, and then over here we have glowstone in the corners as well. So really the only part of the buildings that aren't going to be lit up to the max are going to be these areas right here, just between frames. They'll be a little bit dimmer, but otherwise it will look pretty good. And then up here on the towers, I actually filled in all glowstone, so the towers ideally should light up pretty well when we get out here. Let's look at it. So this whole area right here will light up really well, and you know, nobody's gonna see it unless they're flying like me. So there you have it. Now we're not done. We still have to do the flooring in the bottom. So what we're gonna do now is go in here, and starting in the next episode we will put a ceiling in here, and we will do the flooring, and we will put some little individual rooms in here, because I mean, we got this big building, we have to fill it up with something after all, you know. I mean, like, you can't just have a city and not have hollow buildings, and that would be a little strange. So yeah, alright, well, we'll catch you back next time, and we will finish this building up. See you then.